What's good? It's the B99.9 FM, the heartbeat of Lagos. I'm Cindy Dre, chilling with OC on the morning rush. So we have a very controversial person in the studio right now, all the way from London, all the way from a show called Blue Therapy. It is the one and only Mr. Provider, Paul Bridges.
Good morning, guys. How's it going?
How you doing, my man?
Very well. And yourself?
Fantastic. I ran into him, at the lobby of the Transcorp. I was looking over. I was like, I know this guy. So we had a full-blown conversation and everything. So it's great. It's great to have you here.
Yeah, live in person, because obviously we had the interview with you last year while you're still in England. I think that was over IG Live or something. Yeah. But now you're finally in Nigeria. What brings you to Nigeria?
Okay, so first of all, I'm here because I'm actually working on a research project.
Research. Either high network clients or something different.
Well, to be fair, it's kind of a mix. I feel like in my life, in the last year, things have kind of changed for me, obviously. I'm recognized, and I feel like it's kind of stunted my ability to kind of, I don't want to say find love, because you can find love anywhere, but to kind of like comfortably just settle without a person associating me with, last
Chioma.
year. Yeah, basically. So coming here, I've actually done some research. I've been here for a couple of months now, and I've been speaking to people. But what I'm actually working on is I'm trying to document the research that I'm doing. I believe that potentially I could have a formula to me moving forward with my life, settling down, having a wife, kids. I believe there's a formula. So I'm going through the study process at the moment, and I plan for this to be documented.
Okay, cool. So one thing that stood out was, how people called you names, during Blue Therapy, after that, and it came out to see that, it was like a reality show and all of that. But was that what it was? Like, it wasn't real?
Of course. So with Chioma, I've never kissed her before. So
really?
Yeah. So if we haven't kissed, what have we done? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that means you're a fantastic actor, because it was believable. Like,
it was very
dislike
believable.
you. I was like, I don't like this poor guy.
Yeah.
Wait. Before you, no. I've seen your content before. You can't say you don't like me.
I'm very. What's the word now? The way Chioma was crying and everything. I was like, this poor guy. Then you were just very. But it was, like I said, it was fantastic content, and you're great for the internet and everything. And you said something that I want to just circle back on it. You were like, you feel like there's a formula as you guys, finding the right person and building the family. And I want to say yes and I want to say no, because most times you can plan these things and most times it just happen. You just meet somebody, you guys click, and you guys go on to have a great life. And sometimes you might plan all through and it just might not work, because love is a very tricky thing, to be honest. And there can be two good people who are good for each other and are together at the wrong time.
Right.
And meanwhile, there are two bad people, who are horrible for each other, and they happen to just be together. So sometimes you just, keep navigating and, just trying to find that balance.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure, please go ahead.
Are you in a relationship?
Oh, yes, I am.
How long?
For a minute now.
Okay.
Yeah. Now,
with that relationship, would you say that you kind of just went along with it, or were you calculated?
I think I just went with it, to be honest. It just I wasn't looking for anything, and it just happened, and I was like, okay. So took a step back, and I was like, okay, I've been in horrible relationships, so let me see where this is going to, and and everything, and it turned out to be
Okay. Now, when you were in that relationship, were you young going into the relationship?
Not quite. I've been old for a while now. So.
Okay, were you under 27?
No, I was not. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I was gonna say maybe it's an age thing.
It's an age thing. Yeah.
When you're younger, let's say like early 20s, mid 20s, you kind of just see a person, you like them.
Yeah.
And
Let's just go with it.
Let's go with it.
Yeah.
The older you get more introspective.
You start to think.
You start to think.
What have you done with your life?
I know.
What's your portfolio?
I know.
What's your work experience?
No, that's true. But I feel like the older you get, the faster it is for you to weed out through the good and the bad.
True.
Because like I was engaged some time ago, and I remember when I got into that relationship, I was very much going with the flow. And one day he brought out the ring, and I was like, "Oh shoot, it's this serious." And I realized that he was not the right person for me.
But you accepted the ring.
It was a public proposal. No, I was like literally, you know when you cry, but it's not tears of joy, it's tears of anxiety. That was me that night.
Okay.
That was me that night.
Oh, really?
But after that, I mean, I was single for like a couple of years, and obviously I was meeting guys, going on dates.
Living a life.
But you know, I could easily tell when a guy was not the kind of guy I would want to settle down with. But I don't feel like the relationship I'm in now was planned, because I'd already bought a cat. I was already like, you know what? I'm good, strong, independent woman. I don't need a man.
I'm just going to be my cat.
I'm going to be with my cat.
Yeah.
That was literally me. And
Lagos boys are showed that Pepe.
we both showing each other for
Yeah, but looking at the what's it called right now, the community, or you know, where you come from, like in London or in the UK, dating is weird there.
It is.
Because you know, when I travel and I meet a lot of women from the UK or anything, they are how would I put it right? They are very upfront as regards what they want. But it almost seems like, you know, me being a Nigerian, there's always that gap as regards you know, trying to understand where their mindset is, you know, and all of that. So we'll hang out, we'll have fun or anything, but when we're trying to say, okay, I want this to get serious, then it's almost like it doesn't you know, that synergy is not even there anymore. So it's almost like we want different things, you know, and all of that. And I'll just be like, you know what, yeah, you just let it go. So is that the same thing that you feel?
I feel like in the UK, well, it depends. I have two different lives, right?
Okay.
One was before social, the other was
after, yeah.
So before social, I feel like, you know, I was just kind of, and I used to literally post like once a year, if that. I was just a normal, quiet guy, just enjoying,
under 50,000 followers.
basically, just chilling, enjoying my life. And then, like, so at that time, you know, if I meet a girl, oh, cool, everything was kind of like, every girl I've been with relationship, I thought I was gonna marry the girl.
Really?
I'm just I wear my heart on my sleeve. That's my problem. You know, if I like you, I can love you easily, right? But after social, then it's like you kind of just think and you just kind of look at things, because now, for example, obviously the situation the other day at the housewarming, Shadeborough, for example, it's like I'm thinking to myself, they haven't posted me in like a year, and now I made a little joke. And then it's now
everywhere.
Any potential wife will be thinking to herself, if I'm with this guy, Shadeborough could be posted it just to spoil my market.
I know.
They're not trying to help my market.
Yeah.
So I just think to myself,
and I think that's why a lot of people, especially people who are in the limelight, you know, whenever they're in relationships, tend to want to keep away from social media, because when you're dating a regular person that doesn't understand what it is to deal with social media pressure and all of that, it can take a toll on your relationship. Yeah. Because I'm used to people dragging me constantly. So once they start, what I just do is I just log out, and I'm like, give them 24 hours, they move on to something else. Yeah. But for somebody who, you know, is just a regular Twitter or Instagram user, doesn't understand why strangers are in my comment section, doesn't understand why she's getting DMs from regular people that you don't know are giving you insults, and giving you tips on how to make your relationship work and all of that. So that's why you just wake up in the morning and you just say, oh, this popular person is getting married. Oh, we didn't even know they were dating, because they want to protect who they are with from the craziness of social media right now.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. So I saw that, and you know, I had a laugh, you know, with Simi, and I saw Simi's boyfriend in the comments and everything, you know, and all of that. So since you've been in Nigeria, have you been able to meet, you know, any women that you think?
Because I've actually seen your like online Insta live dates.
Yeah.
How have they gone so far?
The ones in Nigeria.
Yeah. You can't remember the names. You can't remember them at all.
No, it's not that. It's just that I want to be respectful.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like that's the thing. When I talk. So,
I get you. So I get what he's trying to do. Is he doesn't want to say something now, and it's just gonna blow.
You know what? You don't have to say any names.
Yeah.
Like there've been quite a few people.
Oh, let me just ask. Let me just frame the question like this, though. What's the common denominator in most of these women that you've gone on dates with?
Insta live dates.
I can't even say I've been on any dates like that.
Insta live.
Okay.
Insta live talks.
Oh, it's just I feel like you know, amazing people. Right? No, look, I'll be honest. Look, Insta, amazing people. However, I feel like the compatibility isn't really there.
Okay.
Why?
Why?
I feel like okay, I feel like there's this. Sometimes when you want to get with someone, you want them to be from the same world as you.
Mm-hmm.
Can I say that?
Yeah,
Yes,
sure,
you can.
sure,
You can. You can.
sure.
That's it.
Okay,
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 fair
great.
enough.
So, a lot of men, these days complain that a lot of Nigerian women are very materialistic, and when they're trying to be in relationships with you, they're sizing you up as regards not how
much
well
can you provide?
no, not how well you're hustling towards building something sustainable for yourself and eventually if you have a family. So it's more or less sizing you up as regards how much are you making to be able to take care of their own needs. So is that something that you see in like what's it called, like in the dating pool in Lagos?
Nigeria?
Or in Nigeria?
Well, to be fair, I haven't really dated in
Okay.
Lagos and Nigeria. But if I think personally, if that's a girl's mentality,
Yeah.
and if you're a guy and you're complaining about her mentality, she's already showing you her red flags. So you're not even supposed to complain. Leave the girl. You find another girl that's not like that.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Every
true.
girl can't be like that.
Yeah, true.
Why would a guy complain that a girl is gold digging, but then you're stunting on the girl? No, think about it.
I know.
You're showing off this, that,
Yeah.
and then she's now wants you for that, but then you're upset.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, they're mostly the very good-looking ones or anything. So it's kind of hard to just
You have to sacrifice.
just step away and everything. So yeah.
So
That's what it is.
what I want to know is, obviously before Blue Therapy, you were a regular guy living your life. Now since Blue Therapy, you are the villain everybody loves to hate,
Yeah,
and you get so much criticism on a daily basis. Even when you say hello, people are like, oh my goodness,
this
who's
is
lying?
the guy.
So how are you able to deal with, the mental repercussions that has? Because literally your life turned around overnight.
I feel like in life, God would only give you something that you can handle.
True.
If you can't handle it, that's when you commit suicide. I'm still alive. So at the end of the day, it's something that I can handle. Like if you actually look at the comments and you look at the people, you realize that the person's probably 15 years old. It's true. If you look, even the picture, you say, come on, this person's sick. Respectfully.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So if you, and I'm a person, I study, I look, I say, but why did they say that? Who is that? But you see the person, you say, come on, this person that's
Yeah, I
under
know.
the bridge. Respectfully.
I know.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Yeah, so at the end of the day, the people talking, they're not. Do you understand? Right now, all of us can leave. We can go to a beach party somewhere, but the person in the comments, they can't do that. If you're a person that can go to a beach, you're not gonna be in the comments talking crap about someone you don't know. True or false?
True.
True.
So that just tells you the people that comment in a certain way, they live a certain lifestyle, a certain pattern. Cool. But the other people, you're not going to be in the comments talking about someone that you don't know in a negative way.
But the problem as well, and I feel like a lot of people can't separate, you Paul from Paul the provider they saw. And to be honest, I feel like on social media, sometimes you still carry that persona with you. I mean, with the suits and everything, like people are like, you wear suits everywhere, even to the market.
Respectfully.
You still, push that palm oil thing, you know what I mean? So have you ever considered like completely changing your brand, or are you still going to go with this sort of like
I feel
Paul the
like
provider?
it's funny, it's fun. I like to laugh.
Yep, so you're going to keep on doing...
Not forever.
Yeah.
Obviously, by the time, God willing, potentially end of this year, next year, when I find my wife, based on my calculation, end of this year, probably find her, propose, maybe end of this year. No, I could find her in the next 3 to 4 months, possibly. Potentially propose like next year this time, and then by the end of next year she could be getting married.
So, but don't you think that's like a short period for you to court somebody and like marry them? Like, because I feel like if you've seen this, what's it called now? There's a video to this song, "When the Money Goes" with Fabulous and Jay-Z.
Yeah.
So if you see the video, there's an extended version of the video where Fabulous is going away. Jay-Z walks into the Maybach, and Jay-Z says something that has the shorty. And Fabulous is like, yeah, she'll be okay. Then Jay-Z says that actually the only way to see a person is actually by not looking at them.
Yeah.
And that has stuck with me so much because I'm like, you're dating somebody and maybe the first few months they keep showing you what you want to see. Then the longer you guys stay together, the more they let their guard down. The more they let
Yeah.
that guard down, and you start to see, parts of her that she's no longer concerned about, being guarded about or anything. So that's why sometimes people will say, just give it a while. You guys be together. Let her get to that comfortable place where you're able to see her for who she is. Not like you are actively searching, but you're not looking, but you're looking at the same time. So that's the mentality I do.
OC with the relationship advice.
The thing is, I feel like the whole time thing, I see where you're coming from, but at the same time,
Respectfully.
You're right. I'm 33.
Okay.
This year I'm 34.
Oh, okay. When's the
When's your
birthday?
birthday?
Then?
November.
Okay, so we're to turn up, go to the shot, yeah.
And then
To the
6 years,
Shangri-La.
I'm 40 in 6 years.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, if you think about it, how much time have I got to
I know.
kind of, at the end of the day, the way I see it is when I was, let's say, early 20s and you meet a girl, I didn't have the questions I didn't have the sight to see, is she full of crap? Respectfully. So,
Yeah.
but now, I feel like, you could ask a few questions, create a few situations and see how the person is. Okay, we're meeting a family today. What's the vibe?
Okay.
Is she your ballet or not?
Yeah.
No, just to see, not to say that means anything.
That means anything. Just to see what
Just
what
to
the
see
vibes
the
about.
vibes.
I hear you though. So just invite us for the wedding. Put on a nice suit and just show up respectfully.
So what, like you said, obviously you're in Nigeria, you're working on a couple of things. So what are we gonna see from you in the near future?
In the near future in Nigeria, I believe that I have like a crazy fan base in Nigeria. Literally, I could wear a mask and a hat.
And people still know you. I know.
But
Especially the ladies, right?
Yeah. But people, are people showing you love or showing you hate?
Love, always love. There's only one time I was in Abuja, I was in a restaurant called Sketch, and that's like, I think the only 2D restaurant in Nigeria, something like that. So I was there, so as soon as I walked in, I saw a couple sitting there, and I saw them, they looked twice. I said, okay, these ones, they're cool. I just gauged them, so they're alright. So I sat down, I'm just getting my food, but there was a girl wearing a hijab, two of them, and they were sitting opposite. But when I came in, her head was down. So by the time my food came in, she put her head up and she saw me. She was like, "Oh my god!" Oh, sorry, can I say? Yeah, she was like, "I hate you. You done this and that to Chioma." And everyone was telling the girl, "Calm down. This guy was acting." She was like, "Oh, are you serious?" And I had to literally prove it.
Yeah.
Like, look,
Yeah. So I get that, and what's the word now? Nigerians just get so engrossed and just carried away in all these things and everything. So, well, hey, it's what it is. So, yeah.
So to answer your question, what would you be expecting? I would say in terms of like social media wise and entertainment wise, this research project is really important to me, and I feel like a lot of people can learn from it. Especially people in this country, Nigeria. I am Nigerian. Obviously, I play the whole anti-Nigerian, if you like.
Yeah.
But I'm here and I'm wearing a bloody kaftan. Yeah. So obviously I'm a bit Nigerian, ain't I? And I feel like this research project that I'm working on, I feel like it's something everyone should tune into. It's going to be quite insightful, potentially entertaining, but more so educational. So let's just see how that goes. That's what I have for you.
All right. So we'll be keeping our eyes out for that too as well. So there's been a very insightful conversation today.
Yeah, it has.
So looking at our blue therapy and the time that we had a conversation, in Abuja, definitely I knew that it was gonna be a very interesting one when you came through today. So all the best with your search. As regards your bride, I'm looking forward to the wedding.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure, sir. Yeah.
Palm oil free zone.
Oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness. But so far so good. I hope you're enjoying your stay in Lagos.
How long are you going to be around for?
I don't really have a time limit for the moment. I'm quite flexible, to be fair.
Okay. All right. But Lagos, Abuja, which do you prefer?
I've been here for a week.
Yeah. And it's manic, right?
Yeah.
I know.
Like literally.
I know.
Like I've been in Abuja for 4 months.
Yeah.
And I feel like if I'd done the same thing, for example.
Yeah.
Like the whole house parties. It wouldn't. But Lagos, the air is just different.
Yeah.
Anything you do,
it's
they'll snap it up.
Yeah. I know. We're like that.
So yeah.
It's where it happens.
Which one do I prefer? I feel like Abuja is more for like a person that's retired.
Yeah. Very laid back. Yeah. Lagos is where you come to hustle. I know.
Town. It reminds me of, I feel like I'm in London. Even more people. It's like I feel like in Lagos, I won't say more people know me than in London, but it's like that.
It's crazy.
Everywhere you go,
there's someone that can point to
someone like a famous person, a celeb, or a person that knows you, and they're from London or whatever.
I know. And you know what that points out to? It points out to how we are having massive internet penetration right now, and how people are consuming online content. Because before, you had to be on like cable TV or terrestrial TV. Right. But right now, people are doing stuff on on the internet, and you're having people in far-flung areas, respectfully, tuning in and actually just consuming that stuff and everything, and it's great. It's great for the economy. It's great for the internet infrastructure, and it's also great for the talent industry as well. So yeah.
But I forgot to mention. So basically, I plan to go on someone set up a speed date. No, sorry, a blind date.
Okay.
Yeah. In Nigeria, by the way.
For you?
Yeah.
Okay.
When is this happening?
I think hopefully this week or next week, something like that.
Okay.
So I've got a blind date. The only thing is, when the girl actually sees me, then that's the problem. but hopefully she can fall in love with me before she sees me, right?
Yeah. Well, let's see how that pans out. Mr. Paul, thank you so much for stopping by. And I think this song I'm about to play right now would actually just crown, everything that you're trying to achieve right now. Yes, HER, DJ Khaled, Bryson Tiller. I can have it all. It's 10:20 on a fantastic Tuesday morning right here on the Morning Rush on the Heartbeats of Lagos. The Beat 99.9 FM, still the Morning Rush with Simi Dre and OC.
The Beat 99.9 FM. What your radio craze.